Fernando Alonso has claimed his stunning Q1 time showed McLaren had the best car in Mexican GP qualifying. Big grid penalties for both McLaren drivers this weekend made qualifying a largely academic exercise for the team, but in the one session Alonso did complete Q1, he set an eye-catching fifth fastest time. When does Sunday's Mexican GP start? More significantly, and surprisingly, his best lap was just 0.192s off the pace in Q1 set by Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton, on the same ultra-soft tires. Alonso's lap time was set despite his Honda-powered car giving away 12 km per hour to the fastest runners through the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez speed trap. And, engine corrected, Alonso reckons McLaren's chassis outperformed Mercedes' latest title winner. "I think so. We had the best car because we were 2/10 from P1 in Q1. I did 2 laps which were identical," he said after setting times of 117.803 and 117.710. "We know where we lose and we know where we gain, and we know if you are 2/10 behind Mercedes it's quite a long way in front of them." Ted Kravitz gives his thoughts on Saturday's qualifying session at the Mexican Grand Prix. Ted Kravitz gives his thoughts on Saturday's qualifying session at the Mexican Grand Prix. But the latest round of Honda engine changes mean that Alonso will start a more familiar distance behind Hamilton, with the Spaniard and teammate Stoffel Vandoorne set to line up 18th and 19th respectively on Sunday. Nonetheless, the Spaniard says he has been pleased by the performance of the MCL32 after also running in the top 10 on Friday. The team are switching to Renault power at the end of this season and the same engines used by Red Bull, who nearly claimed pole in Mexico. "The whole weekend we have been very competitive," said Alonso. "We keep improving the car. We brought new updates to this race and they all delivered what we expected. So extremely happy with that. The car felt great today and very positive signs." Sky F1's David Croft and Ted Kravitz debate who is the best driver of this generation. Sky F1's David Croft and Ted Kravitz debate who is the best driver of this generation. Alonso's fastest lap included the quickest middle sector of Q1 and the Spaniard added, "It's nice to have some reward to the hard effort the team is putting into the last couple of races and the development of next year's car. We've struggled with penalties in the last races. In the last 7-5 we had penalties, but we never give up and we're improving the car as much as we can. So happy with that." Honda ashamed by latest penalties despite the Q1 plaudits and promise of their chassis. The harsh reality for Alonso and McLaren is that they are facing another race in which they start among the grid's back 2 rows. The team have now used 109 different Honda engine elements across their 2 cars this year, 50 more than any other team, with a 20-place penalty for Alonso and 35-place one for Vandoorne, adding to a catalog of such demotions. In 2017, the Formula One gossip column, the Japanese supplier had picked Mexico as the best place to make necessary engine changes to see out the season, but have now admitted they had not expected McLaren's package to be so competitive. "We are very ashamed that we need to give another penalty for both drivers," said Honda F1 chief Yasuke Hasegawa. "But from the last couple of race results we were not confident that one engine would finish the last 3 races. So we thought that this is the opportunity. We need to introduce new engines. Actually, we are very strong at this track. It was much better than we expected, but before the race our engine performance wasn't very good here. That's why we decided to get a penalty here. See if Lewis Hamilton can clinch his 4th World Championship at the Mexican GP exclusively live on Sky Sports F1. Sunday's race begins at 7 p.m. Want to watch but not got Sky F1? Buy a Now TV Pass from £6.99 if you are using skysports.com. You can comment below to get involved in the debate, but please adhere to our house rules. If you wish to report any comment, simply click on the down arrow next to the offending comment and click report.